Hey, so welcome to day 8. We're just going to get straight into it today. We're going to start with our E minor chord and we're going to practice reading rhythms with the new notation that we looked at yesterday. Don't worry, I'm going to go over it again so you understand what we're doing. But first, let's get our E minor in place. So, third finger on the 2nd fret D string, making sure it's not touching against the G. And then second finger, 2nd fret A string. Nice and arch on your fingertips and just give it a quick check. Now if it's not sounding perfect just yet, don't worry, okay? We're just gonna, try and get it as good as you can, but if you're still getting a few sort of duff notes, don't worry too much because it's gonna get better over time. Right now we wanna work on readings and rhythms. So here's rhythm number 1. Let's have a look at it. Let's just have a look at the first box. So can you remember how many beats each one of those is? Try just one beat each. Let's get our metronome going. So I'm just going to play the first box. If you want to play along, you can. If you just want to listen, that's also good. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be the first box. Single beats on the beat. Let's look at box number 2 there. So how many beats are these? 2 beats, that's right. So let's play that after 4. 2, 3, 4. Second box. Let it ring. Let it ring. And then that third box, you hold it for all 4 beats. 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3. Let it ring out, don't stop it. Now stop it when it gets to the end of the 4 beats. Okay? So if you need to pause it and just sort of refresh your mind about what these symbols mean, do so. If not, we're going to play this whole rhythm non-stop. Get ourselves ready, get an E minor chord ready, and after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Second box. 1, 2. Third box. 2, 3, 4. Last box. And stop. Okay, if you want to redo that one, you can, but we're going to move on. We've got 4 of these to do, so I think we're just going to move on. So rhythm number 2, take a second to read it. Have a good look over to think about what's coming up. Anticipation is really going to help you out when you're playing music. So thinking ahead of what's going to happen, and when you're ready, we're going to play it together. I think you're going to be ready after 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Stay with the beat, don't rush. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. I want to do that one again. I enjoyed that one. Let's do it again. You ready? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Now, what you should be concentrating on more than anything is playing the correct rhythm. Okay, there's a lot of other things to think about. Like what you're doing with your strumming hand, what you're doing with your left hand, but really this exercise is more about reading and understanding how to read music. But if you're feeling comfortable with this, pay a bit of attention to just strumming gently. Okay, nice down strokes. We're not doing any up strokes at the moment, just always down, sort of nice and gentle, smooth actions. Okay, here's rhythm number 3. Have a good read over it. Think about what you're going to do. Now we're mixing up the different rhythms within the boxes now. So it's not more complicated at all actually, but it might throw you slightly. So just have a good think. You ready? Let's do it after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. So have a good think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. 1, 1, 2 beats long. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, we're on to our last rhythm. Let's have a look at this one, rhythm number 4. So again, just take a second to read over it. You can maybe take your hand off the chord now if it's starting to hurt. Have a little mini rest. Shake your wrist off. Get your chord back in position. And just hold it nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that one more time. Okay, that was a good one. When he gets on. Hands ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. All right. Well done. If you want to go over them again, feel free to go back over and do it again if you're enjoying that, or if you just want a bit more clarification, please do. Now I'm going to explain to you a new way of reading music from what we've been learning. So far we've kind of looked at using colours for different notes, and now we've got a way of indicating how rhythms work. But there's a type of music called tablature, or tab for short, which is really just for guitars. And it's quite a cool way of being able to read music. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so what we have here is a picture of a guitar neck. And what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it so it's upside down. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a diagram over the top, what you can see. So what we're doing is just highlighting all the strings here, all 6 of our strings, as they appear, but as a guitar upside down, basically, as you look at it. I'll just frame it in a little box there. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to label the strings. So if you can remember, I know it's quite hard to see at the moment, but it's going to get clearer in a minute. So I'm just putting all the string letter names in next to the strings, and it looks like this. Okay, so excuse my terrible writing. What we've got there is a diagram of a guitar with string names next to it. And then what we'll do is we write down numbers on top of a given string to indicate which fret on that string we're going to play. So at the minute I'm writing on the low E string. I'm putting a bunch of random numbers down. Don't try and play this, by the way, this is not a tune. If I write a 0, it means just play no frets, just open string. And what we're doing, if this was a tune, is we'd be reading it from left to right, like you would a book. And you just play one note at a time, looking at what string it's on, what fret's indicated, and you just follow it along left to right, and that's how you read tab. Okay, so that's what tab is, and it's a very useful way of writing down music, especially for guitar. We're going to learn a very famous rock riff now, okay? Sounds like this. Very likely you've heard that before. It's called Smoke on the Water. This is what the tab for it looks like. So you just have a look at that music and you think to yourself, the first thing you're going to notice is all the notes are on one string. So have a think, which string is it? What does it mean when it says 0? What does it mean when it says 3, when it's 5, 6? Okay, we're going to go over it together now. So everything for this song is going to be on your low E string. When it says 0, it means you just play it open. You don't have to put any fingers down. Just like that. Okay, so that's what the 0 means. And the 3 means put your finger on the 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3. 5 means put your finger on the 5th fret. So we're just going to play the first box. Now, before you do it, I want you to put your hand into position, and you're going to keep it there. You're going to sort of put your first finger's going to cover fret 3, and you're going to have this sort of stretch, which you've done before in a way, which is going to put your third finger up to fret 5. And you're just going to hover in that position, and you're not going to move your hand away up and down the fretboard right there. You're going to hover over these frets. Okay, I'm going to play the first bar. If you want to try and join in, you can. If you just want to watch, just watch. I'm going to go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then third finger. So I'm going to reiterate that. I want you to use, for when you do fret number 3, it's going to be your first finger, and you're going to stretch up and hit fret number 5 with your 5th finger. So you've got this very in control hand position. All right, you're not panicking, you're not trying to do everything with one finger, because we know we don't do everything with one finger. You don't do that. You get into position and you keep it there. Another thing I want you to focus on is with your plucking hand, make sure you're doing rest strokes. Don't think, oh, I'm doing a rock song now, I can go all crazy. No. Controlled. So you pluck the E string and you follow through and let it rest on the A string. It's a rest stroke. And that's the same for all the notes in this song. Let's do that first bar together. So get your hand ready. Your first note is a 0, and then your second note, you're just getting ready to put down the 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you just master that today, you've achieved a lot. If you want to try again with me, just this first bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you look, we're going to look at the second bar now. Now, you've got to get to the 6th fret. Now, there's 2 ways you could do it. You could use your little finger, or you could slip out of position and use your 3rd finger. Do you want to guess what you're going to do? It's not what you think. You're actually going to slip out of position. It's very hard to use your little finger when you're so new to playing guitar. So what you're going to do when you get up to that, let me play it first actually, so I'm talking too much. Let me just play it for you and watch what my hands do. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to get into that second bar. I'm going to go 0, 3, 6, 5. And they happen quite quickly, so I'm going to go shift up with my left hand, 3rd finger still, plays a 6, and then slides back down to 5. You're going to have to take your finger off a little bit in between the notes. Let's do that second bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's quite a lot going on there. What we're going to do is we're going to play the whole song up to there now. So the first 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? If you want to pause and just spend a couple of minutes practicing that, please do. If you're ready to move on, let's look at the last 2 bars. Now, here's some good news. The 3rd bar is the same as the first bar. So you already know it. It's just a 0, 3, 5, and then you just come back to 3, and then 0 to finish off. Nice strong finish. 3, 0. Gonna play the last 2 bars for you now. 1, 2, 3, and. Cool? Let's try and play the whole song. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you repeat. Okay, I just want to go over what's talking about in that middle bar there, where we slide up and slide down again for the 6, 5. We're going to go 0, 3, our first finger, 6th fret with our 3rd finger, and then 5th fret with our 3rd finger again. And our hand is just sliding up and down. It's on that kind of curtain rail. You're not getting all out of place. You're not thinking, oh no, I'm now up here. Where's number 5 gone? You're sticking close to where you've got to be so you don't have to panic. Okay, stay close to home. Let's do the whole song one more time. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, there's quite a lot happening there. Thinking about doing rest strokes with the strumming hand, making sure your hand is in a good position here. You're reading a completely new type of music now called tab. So there's lots to think about. I think you've done a lot of work today, so we're going to leave it there. If you want to carry on practicing that a little bit for a few more minutes, then please do. If you want to go back and do rhythms, that's also a fun thing to do. But if you want to stop there, well done, you've had another good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.